Welcome Miller's Monsters, and I want to tell you about some of the Easter eggs in Evil Dead Rise. And there's some quite obvious ones. One is an ode to The Shining, and if you've seen the movie, you've seen the elevator scene, and if you haven't, there's some spoilers ahead, where they get in the elevator and it fills with blood and eventually comes crashing down. And when it hits the ground, the doors open and all the blood flows out, and that is an obvious reference to The Shining, which had almost an identical scene in it, with the elevators opening and the blood, all the blood rushing out. And then there is a reference to Fargo near the end. Obviously, the wood chipper became quite prevalent in the ending, and as you know, in Fargo as well, that iconic scene where he's caught putting his ex-partner in the wood chipper, and they kind of tied in oh my goodness, Friday the 13th, when in the beginning of the movie, the one girl is asked if she wants to watch a Friday the 13th marathon, in a not so subtle reference. In all the Evil Dead movies, the Delta 88, the yellow Delta 88, was in each one of them at some point, or made a cameo in them. Evil Dead Rise was the first one that did not have a cameo of the yellow Delta 88 in it. What it did have was the chainsaw at the end was the same color as the Delta 88, so that was homage to that. And then there was two cameos, and I did not know this. I knew they were in there, but I never knew how to find them, of Bruce Campbell in the film. And one is a sound effect, and somewhere when the eye I believe comes popping out, there's some crunching noises. Well, those sound effects were made by Bruce Campbell viciously eating an apple. So that's one. The other one was, as you know, when they found the Book of the Dead, they also found some records. Okay, and again, this pays homage to some of the original Evil Dead movies, because Bruce finds the tape, plays the tape that sets everything in motion. In this case, it's a record. Plays the record, everything gets set in motion. Before I finish that, there's another reference to the other Evil Deads. Is as you know, there's a tree scene in the other Evil Deads where the branches come down and roots come down and tie up a woman, and you know what happens after that if you've seen the movies. Well, in the elevator, all those wires came down and grabbed her and suspended her in the air. Didn't go further than that, thankfully, or not thankfully, in the movie. But again, another reference to that original Evil Dead movies. So back to the other Bruce Campbell appearance, when he's playing the recordings and the priest is doing the translation on these recordings, there's a lot of people there, and they start, heckling and saying no, but there's one voice that you can hear above the rest, trying to stop him from repeating these phrases that's going to set everything in motion. And that was Bruce Campbell as well. And to take it one step further, that could be Ash, because we knew Ash could move back and forth in time, so that could have been Ash trying to stop the man from saying the phrases and stopping the evil to be released, of course unsuccessfully. Did you notice these? If you didn't, it's now available to stream on Max, and I'm going to watch it many times and try to find each one of these.